Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take your reading list, the things you want to understand better, and really pull out the core insights for you.
Make it quicker to get informed.
Exactly. And today we're looking at something loads of you are wrestling with, Instagram growth. We're using the article Essential Instagram Metrics for Growth that you shared.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Really breaks things down.
it does. And for anyone thinking about, maybe speeding things up a bit, the article actually mentions rapidboost.net. It says it's a place you can look into options for boosting your social profiles, just putting that out there as something the source mentioned.
Right. But our main mission today really is to get past those vanity numbers on Instagram.
Yeah, the follower count that doesn't always mean much.
Exactly. We want to nail down the metrics that show real performance.
Right.
Give you that clarity so you can stop just sort of posting into the void and
Yeah.
actually build something meaningful, whether that's a personal brand, a business, whatever.
Okay, let's dive right in then. Visibility first. The article starts with reach and impressions. Can you break down the difference and why we need both?
Sure. So reach, like the article says, that's the number of unique people, actual individuals who see your stuff. Think of it as your potential audience for that post.
Got it. One person equals one reach count, basically.
Right. Impressions, though, that's the total number of times your content got seen. So that includes the same person seeing it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Ah, okay. And looking at them together is where the insight is.
That's the key. If your reach is low, maybe your content isn't getting discovered by enough new people.
Which could be down to what? Hashtags? Posting times?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe your hashtags aren't quite right, not the ones your audience uses, or you're posting when they're asleep. Maybe the content itself isn't quite hitting the mark for broader appeal.
Okay. But then if my impressions are way higher than my reach.
Well, that tells a different story. It means the people who did see it, they looked more than once.
So they found it interesting enough to revisit, or maybe share it. The article mentioned things like tutorials or behind the scenes stuff, often get that.
Precisely. It suggests stickiness. Your content isn't just being scrolled past, people are engaging a bit more deeply.
Right.
So for visibility, don't just look at one number. Look at the relationship and boosting them. The article is pretty clear. Use good hashtags, find your audience's active times, and, well, make stuff people actually want to share or save, like good tips, infographics, solid stories.
Makes perfect sense. Okay, so people are seeing it. Now, how do we know if it's actually, landing? That brings us to engagement, right? The article calls it the heartbeat.
It really is.
Right.
Engagement rate usually calculated as likes, comments, shares, saves against your followers, or reach. It's a huge signal. It tells you how much your content is resonating.
And the algorithm likes it.
Oh, yeah. Instagram sees high engagement as, like, a vote. This is good stuff. Show it to more people. So good engagement can actually boost your reach further. It's a positive cycle.
That's important. It's not just feeling good about likes. The article gave benchmarks too, didn't it? Like 1-3% is good.
Yeah, 1-3% is solid, 3-6% is really good, and if you're hitting over 6%, that's apparently outstanding. Gives you something to aim for.
And that Austin restaurant case study was interesting.
Wasn't it? Just by using more community polls and stories, asking people about the menu, and featuring photos, customers took user-generated content.
Their engagement went from 2% to 5%.
Yep, and the result.
Yeah.
Double the organic reach, and they actually saw more new customers walking in. It shows that interaction really works.
Wow.
And don't forget DMs and story replies. The article flags those too. They count as valuable engagement, even if they're private.
Right, maybe even more valuable sometimes, showing deeper interest. So the lesson for engagement is invite it, ask questions, use polls, create things people genuinely want to comment on or save or share.
You got it. Okay, let's shift a bit. Follower growth. Everyone watches this, but the article stresses organic growth. Why the emphasis on organic?
Well, I guess it means real people are choosing to follow you, right? Not bots or anything. It validates that your overall content, your positioning, it's actually working.
Exactly. It's a sign you're providing value that resonates. And the article suggests looking at the patterns. Did you get a sudden spike? Why? Maybe a reel took off.
Or plateau. Or even a drop. Maybe you posted something way off topic.
Precisely. Analyzing those ups and downs helps you figure out what's landing and what's not. But the big thing here that the article really hammers this home is quality over quantity.
Ah, yes, the micro-influencer example. Small audience, huge engagement, versus a celeb with millions who don't really care.
That's the one. And that stat about marketers preferring engagement over just follower count, it says a lot. A smaller, dedicated audience is often way more valuable,
So it's not just about the number, it's about who those followers are and if they're actually listening.
which is why you need to check your Instagram insights, understand the demographics. Are these the people you actually want to reach? Your target market. Consistent growth within that target group, that's the gold standard.
Okay, tracking visibility, interaction, and building the right audience. Got it. Now, saves and shares. The article calls them unsung heroes. Why so important?
Well, because they signal a much deeper level of value, and they're massive for discovery. Think about it. When you save a post, you're saying, this is useful, I want this later. Recipes, how-tos, really good tips.
Things with lasting value.
Exactly. And shares. That's literally putting your content in front of new eyeballs via DMs or someone else's story.
Yeah.
It's direct expansion of your reach.
And the algorithm loves these signals too, right? Prioritizes content with lots of saves and shares for the Explore page.
That's what the article suggests, yeah. High saves and shares tell Instagram users find this really valuable and are spreading it. It's a strong endorsement.
Like that nutritionist's infographic example. High saves and shares led to more followers and even brand deals.
Perfect illustration.
Yeah.
So encouraging saves and shares means creating stuff with real utility, designing things that look good and are easy to digest, like infographics, and maybe even a gentle nudge like save this for later.
Makes sense. Create value, make it shareable. Okay, moving towards business impact. Profile actions. Website clicks, email taps, call button uses. This feels like where the rubber meets the road for businesses.
Absolutely. Engagement shows interest, sure.
Yeah.
But these actions, they show intent. Someone clicking your bio link to visit your site or tapping to call or email you, that's a step beyond just liking a photo. They're moving down the funnel, potentially towards becoming a customer.
That boutique example was good, using Shop the Look stories and seeing more Book Now clicks and actual store visits.
Exactly. It shows a direct link between Instagram activity and real-world results. So for businesses, yeah, these metrics are often the most critical.
So how do we optimize for these? Make it easy for people.
That's the core idea. Use those link in bio tools effectively so people can find what they need. Have really clear calls to action in your stories. Use the link sticker properly. And make sure your contact buttons are obvious and work. Don't make people hunt for them.
Right, remove the friction. Okay, we've covered the feed pretty well. But stories are huge too. The article highlights story metrics. What should we be watching there?
Stories give you that real-time feedback loop. Forward taps, okay, people are moving through. Back taps or replays, that's gold. It means something caught their eye enough to watch again.
And exits mean they lost interest.
Yeah, exits show you where people are dropping off. And link clicks and stories, obviously, show direct interest in whatever you're promoting or linking to.
That fitness coach case study, the simple video teasers, worked better than slick promo slides. That's interesting. Authenticity wins again.
Often, yeah. Especially in stories. So the takeaway for stories is really test, learn, iterate, try polls, quizzes, Q&As, go behind the scenes, see what gets replies, what gets taps back, what gets clicks, monitor constantly.
It's a bit more experimental, maybe.
Definitely. Okay, so we've gone through all these different metrics. The article's final piece is about putting it all together. How do we actually use this data for growth?
Right. It's not just about knowing the numbers. It's about action. And step one, according to the article, is setting clear goals. Like if you want more website traffic, focus your strategy and measurement on that specific outcome.
Makes sense. And then create a dashboard, right? Just 4 or 5 core metrics that matter most to your goals. Maybe reach, engagement rate, save shares, follower growth, and website clicks. Review it weekly.
Yeah, keep it focused.
Yeah.
And then it's that cycle. Test something new, content type, caption style, posting time.
Analyze the impact on your key metrics.
Refine based on what you learned.
And repeat. If something works, do more of it. The article even mentions repurposing successful content. Don't reinvent the wheel every time.
Good point. And finally, just stay updated. The platform changes, the algorithm changes. You got to keep learning.
Absolutely. Continuous learning is key.
So wrapping this up, it seems clear that real Instagram success isn't just about big follower numbers. It's much deeper. It's understanding reach, genuine engagement, those valuable saves and shares, the actions people take on your profile, and how they interact with your stories.
Exactly. Those are the indicators that tell you what's really going on with your audience and your brand's resonance. And knowing that lets you make smarter, data-driven decisions.
Decisions that actually build influence and help you hit your goals.
That's the aim.
Okay, so here's something to chew on as we finish. Which of these metrics have you maybe been ignoring? Saves, profile clicks, story exits, And what kind of aha moment could you get if you really dug into that specific metric in your own analytics? What might it tell you about your audience and what they truly want from you? What could that deeper dive reveal?